All right. Where's my headphones? Oh, they're in my pocket. All right. I'm gonna put on the podcast so that I can listen. And you guys don't have to hear it this time, so that I'm not super annoying. You can probably hear my 3D printer running in the background, which is stupid, but I like 3D printing. So let's finish this side up. I decided that similar to this, I'm only gonna have gateways on this side, but on this side, I'm just gonna have pure Art Deco. So it shouldn't be too hard. Let's go repair our light show real quick. All right. Yeah, how's it feel? Okay. Um. Uh-oh. You should be dead. Okay, there we go. You know what fucking sucks? Like, you know what's the worst part about being German? Like, well, I live in America, of course. I just know, well, used to know German. I've unfortunately forgotten a lot of it. I am a proud American, lived in America my whole life. Family's there. We just kind of spawned in there. So, my issue is I tell people, oh yeah, German. I'm associated with the worst people throughout history. There's like a couple bad ones, like a lot of bad ones. Like the first one that comes to mind is, of course, Hitler himself, like literally Hitler, like actually like Hitler. Like that's the first one. They'll always do like, oh, see, I have like a fucking Nazi impression, or they'll sing Erica or something, and it gets old after a while. And like I think that's half the reason I forgot German was just because I got so tired of it. Like, it wasn't even intentional. I just don't speak it very much. The second guy, you have to go farther back, and it's just both sides of the political spectrum. I just got fucked. I have Karl Marx. He's a retard, and he needs to be euthanized. Like, like surprisingly, he was like one of the most racist people like that of that era. He was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, the people of Hindustan, essentially just India, yeah, they have vastly inferior IQs, which is just oh no." Okay, what's going on here? Okay, it goes. Oh wait, I want. Okay, we want stair, slab, stair, wall, block, wall, and then stair, slab, stair. Okay, that works. So we want one wall, 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 and then this one goes here. So this, and then one, two, three. Okay, do I have a stone cutter on me? Where did I put it? Oh yeah, it's right here. Let's see, one, two, three, four, five. That should be good. Yeah, that should be enough. Okay. Wait, what? Oh my God, I did it back to back. What am I doing? Wait, what? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the stairs need to be on top of the smooth stone slab. I love building this stuff. Like I love building super detailed. I love designing super detailed. But my one issue is it always ends up being like the most painful thing ever. Like you can always be like one block off and you don't know what's happening, and it's hard to tell if it looks good because it's just such a clusterfuck. And I like it, but it's got some issues. But the final result is always so worth it. Buildings with structure also look really good just because what else? That's okay. I need a lot of walls. All right, we're gonna make some more stone walls real quick because that's gonna be something we need. Now, I believe, yeah, like I love building via structure because they're always very striking designs from afar, and it looks less basic, you know, like it always feels more unique to my heart, like you because you can recognize it from a distance. Like they're good for viewing like from afar, where you're like all the way out here. Like that's a good background, and like these can look really incredible, but these look good close up. Unfortunately, like what really sucks is buildings via structure don't always like look like they don't get as much attention as buildings via detail, which really sucks because I think something like that is just as impressive as this. It definitely could have a little bit more detail, but also it's beta 1.7. Let's see. Well, what do I start with? Okay, start with wall, then smooth stone. Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna suck to design. Oh, oh, wait. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. Yo, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. Yo, what? Okay, I was so confused there. I can do this. All right. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Where am I? Okay. Okay, idea. Yeah, we played too much Geometry Dash and not be good at these timings. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, this is like tough stuff. Okay, then I believe, yeah, it's stone brick all the way across the top. Oh, yellow. Oh, crap. I don't speak Russian. Here, let me size this all up. We got a random viewer. It's nice to see you. Okay, let's see if we got any stairs. Um, okay, there we go. We got some stairs going on. And then, I believe it's just yeah, slabbage. I think I start with a wall instead of slabs. Yeah, that looks a lot better. All right, let's do this. Oh, yeah, yeah, the stairs align with walls. Okay, there you go. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Yeah, that should be enough to cover it. All right, stone brick, stone brick, stone brick, stone brick, stone brick. And then just slab, 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 slab. More and more slabs. All right, so here's what the final wall looks like. Yeah. One of the downsides via wait, that feels a little empty. What's between that? Really? There's like nothing. I mean, I guess that means I've done a good job at packing detail. But honestly, I like buildings via structure a lot because, like, from a distance, like it just kind of looks like an ordinary stone tower. Like from afar, like it just looks like an ordinary stone. Actually, no, it does look really cool. But I like buildings via structure a lot just because they like look more unique. I don't know, like something like that. I always like that. But I also love the building detail. It's really just a choice between do you want a unique shape or do you want to pack as much detail as you can into every single orifice. And it depends on what you want, you know. Sometimes you want like that, you know, building via shape, and it's very like this is very iconic. Like you look at this and that's like unique to my world. This tower is very cool. Like I'm not gonna deny that, but it's been kind of done, you know. Like stone towers in this style with a lot of detail, kind of been done a lot. So that's one thing that's a downside to building with detail, albeit more striking. They've wait, am I wait wait, am I doing this right? Let me make sure. I don't want to. Okay, cool. It's not asymmetrical. But like that's the downside is when you build upside to shape versus design, building with shape versus building with design. Building with shape is more unique, and you can really characterize your world a lot better with that. But building with detail, and however, building with detail, you know, it's a little more generic if that makes like not really generic, because you know a lot of the time it hasn't been done before. Like it is technically unique to your world. However, it kind of wouldn't blend in to others' worlds. Like you wouldn't look at it, you'd look at it and be like, oh, it's cool, but you wouldn't be able to tell like, oh yeah, that's your build. You know, it wouldn't be something that you remember. It's cool, but it's not memorable. But shape definitely is. And you can combine the two. Like in this that I plan on, I'm having a giant build via shape, but I'm also having detail on some separate buildings. So you can definitely merge the two. It's just really hard to. And a lot of the time, if you merge them, it doesn't turn out right. Because then you sacrifice shape, because the shape looks a little weird. Since you need large flat walls for a lot of detail. Upside to building with detail is you get a lot more attention. You know, people look at this and think, holy shit, that's insane. Like it takes a lot of skill to be able to do that. But this one, a lot of it takes skill to think of. You know, anyone can think of this, like, but it's hard to think of like structures like, you know, like like structures like that. So that's definitely kind of a downside. Is it's just less impressive to build with structure, but it's a lot harder to come up with ideas for. So that's definitely a bit of a downside right there. Let me put on some music. Now, I'm not going to deny, like, not all my builds are very good. Like, I've got some really good ones. I've got some, like, like, really crazy ones, and I've got some pretty bad ones. Like, I believe my 1.2 museum, I don't like it, the roof at all. It's kind of like a box, so it doesn't have detail nor a cool structure. But also, like, a lot of my world was, you know, built in, you know, phases like pre-classic, classic, in dev. Let me get my print real quick. Pre-classic, classic, in dev, alpha, beta. I wasn't able to use detail until like probably 1.14. So it actually allowed me to develop my, uh, you know, structure-esque building to improve a lot. Because, you know, detail building is actually pretty easy. You just like, my best advice, the best advice I can give you is just take a wall and then hide the wall and pack it with as many designs as you can fit. That's what I do, and it works, and it's never failed. So, you just kind of got to learn a little bit on like how to decorate, but it doesn't take very long. Just use references for I when I first started out, I would use references on Reddit to design floors. And eventually, I started putting together my knowledge to make this, and it's turning out really well. I do know what I want to do for one point. I am doing now. This isn't going to be my 1.16 museum because it's just so crazy. I know I have to do something cool with it, and I don't want to do just like another museum that I do where I just store a bunch of items that don't mesh with it because it would definitely ruin the whole detail thing. So I want to do a build with via structure and creativity rather than detail for 1.16 museum. It's actually going to be three. It's going to be kind of similar to this one actually. You can kind of so this one is a floating orb above the ocean. It was my Alpha 1.1 museum. I think it was really cool, and it's I'm going to do something similar for 1.16, and I'm gonna have like three of these, and they're gonna be like a lot, four of these actually, and they're gonna be a lot larger. The first one is going to be the central one. It's going to have the biomes of the Nether. Most likely not like all of them. It's like, of course, it's not going to be divided into five. It's probably going to be like mostly warped and crimson with like a tiny patch of like salt and soul sand. And then there's going to be like three branches because like you can divide every single item in 1.16 except for like a few into these categories. The first one is a base-esque item, like a combat log, and this is going to be a floating orb, a floating platform with like it's going to be like a floating platform, and like there's going to be an orb, and there's going to be like parkour going out to these islands. The first one will be like a little combat area, and it's like where a player would gear up. And this is going to have, netherite armor, netherite tools, all the netherite stuff that you need, like a lodestone, a target block, because like that would mesh, that would like work. Please tell me this is, yeah, you want to like hide this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Oh no. I think I put this on the wrong side. Wait, where do I put this? Hold on. Okay. It's meant to touch the wall. So this was wrong, actually. Uh, Oh God, that sucks. Okay, well we have to take this whole thing down. Damn. So anyway, what I was saying was the first island area is going to be like a player's base. It's going to be like a floating skull because like it's going to be like, okay, what would a player build? Like what's your idea of what a player would build? Because like a player's building this, of course. What would be like your idea of a combat player? It's a skull with like it's going to be a skull. And it's going to have like netherite tools, netherite armor, netherite stuff, a target block because that was added. Like a lodestone. It's going to have all that kind of stuff. Then there's going to be the natural one based on the biomes of the nether. It's going to be like half crimson, half warped island. And on the left side, it'll have like crimson stuff and warped stuff. And on the right, and then it's going to the left side, it's going to have crimson stuff. And the right side, it's going to have warped stuff. And then, of course, there'll be like soul sand stuff too, because that was also added. So, like all the soul stuff, because there'll be a small soul sand patch. Then the next one would be like a small bastion. Maybe I could just make this into like a giant dome, like a single giant dome. Yeah, it'll be like a single giant nether dome. It'd be like huge though. It's gonna require a lot of glass, and I'd probably put it. I don't know where exactly I'd put it. I think I'd put it over the ocean there. It's gonna have to be huge because I'm gonna need to one pack crimson and nether biomes into it. I'm sorry, I don't speak Russian. I can try though, but oh, there we go. Come on, load. But yeah, basically my whole thing is what was I gonna say? So I'm gonna need to design like a whole sphere, and it's gonna have to be huge. It's gonna require a small like players area for one, due to, for like the nether brick stuff, netherite stuff. Then it's gonna need to have like a crimson and warped area. So that's gonna be a little rough. They would have to. I might make like inside of it. I'll make like small shrines for like the items, like small walkways, then a mini bastion area, or maybe a basalt delta area. I'm kind of split. Maybe like it's just like a small like like a shrine for a bastion, if that makes sense. So a small shrine for a bastion that would have like some of the bastion loot that would be added, and also like all the blackstone, and it would be like I think this would be a cool build idea. It's gonna take forever though. I'm gonna need to get so much sand. It's not even funny. Um, but yeah, so that's gonna be fun. 1.17. I think I'm going to do. I actually know what I'm going to do. I want to make a tower out of deep slate ores, so it'll be like colorful and stuff. Like it'd be actually how many more? Okay, cool. I only got a few more. So it'd be like deep slate. So it's gonna be like just like plain deep slate, but because of the ores, it's gonna have like all this colors, and I think it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna experiment with that, and it's of course gonna house every single item that was added in 1.17, like inside or out. Oh, okay, we've actually filled up on inventory. I don't know where I'm going to host the items. Probably I'll have like just have layers and all that, but it's going to be really fun to design that. 1.18, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do for 1.18. I believe 1.18 only has other side added, so it's not going to be too bad. But I do know I want to do a rainbow, like a gradient based building for one of them. So I think I might do that for 1.19, but I'm not sure. It'll be like a prismarine red sand gradient because I want to experiment with that because I've never really done that before. And yeah, just all that stuff. So now let's build it properly this time. Let's just really make sure. Yeah, that works. Yeah, let's fill that in. Okay. Oh no. I actually haven't designed what I'm going to put on these walls, so I'm going to have to do that later. But I have to get off in 30 minutes since it's 10:30 and I have school tomorrow. So I think this is going to be fun. I haven't really planned on what I'm going to do for 1.20 or 1.21, but I'll probably get inspired to do something. But I think after this is going to be my last like sidetrack build because I need to, one, get done with Geitev soon. Like, I'm still going to play this world. Don't get me wrong. Like, one, I want to do speed Geitev because I want to test that out. I want to see how, I want to try and downgrading this world, see what that does. Actually, so I've been waiting for that to do that for a long time. I also want to like I have so many plans for after I finish Geitev. I started this in like September of last year. It's November now of 2025, and it's not September of 2024. That's crazy. So it's been a long, long time. I've got some plans. The first one that I'm going to do immediately is I'm streaming the downgrading of the world. I'm going to keep a copy, so I'm not going to like completely screw this one over because after a year of having it, like I'm not losing this. Believe me, like this world means a lot to me, so I'm not losing that. And also, two, what is it? What was I gonna say? Two, I want to do speed guide tab. Basically, what I usually do is I just let me change this to live chat just in case. What's top chat? Uh, so basically, come on, man, I lose my train of thought all the time. That's bad. Um. This world, I get every single item through every single version, but I end up getting sidetracked and like playing the game normally. So, and end up like creating a forever survival world. Albeit on like I'm on weird versions that's like it's basically the normal game and I should update to 1.21 but I haven't yet, so it's a little frustrating. But so I don't get like the joy of I'm playing the older versions, but I don't get the joy of yeah, I'm getting updates again. So there's that. I'm like missing out on some stuff, but I want to try Speed Geitev. It's where I like instead of like building these massive structures to house like all the items built in 1.15, I just get the items and that's it. And it'll be I want to see how fast I can do it. I believe I can do it in under a week, but also like with the later updates, it might be pretty rough. So I don't know how that's gonna go. Two, I want to. start up another new world, and this one I'm actually going to eventually port into Geitev, specifically the island. I'm going to design something roughly for every single, like, I'm going to describe a rough idea on what I want to do for every version, and I'm going to start the build in pre-classic and slowly update, and then like build the next section in classic, and build the next section in in-dev, and then inf-dev, then alpha, then beta, then, all of that. So I'm just gonna slowly have a world that, a single building that starts out being created in pre-classic and eventually ends up like having items from like 1.21. And the only rule that I'm going to have for that building is at least one block added in the update that it was built in. Like each portion must have a block from that update, unless like, of course, like there were no blocks added. So then we'll just like kind of do something. So I think I'll do like a section for specifically like pre-classic, classic, in-dev, alpha, or in-dev, inf-dev, alpha, then early beta, mid beta, and late beta, then 1.0 through 1.21. So I think that'll be a fun build. Basically, I'll just create like a medium-sized in-dev island and then just eventually paste it into the world. I'll figure it out. I'm pretty smart, so shouldn't be too hard. Oh, come on. All right. I actually don't have the design for this yet, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go to the Nether and get all the warped items, I guess. Probably not yet. I got like a lot of the items. This probably looks so confusing for someone who doesn't like it. I'm not sure if you understand my language, and if so, I'm very sorry. But it might be a little confusing for those who don't know what I'm saying right now. Oh, I gotta show off this build too. I'm really proud of it. Ow. I think this one's cool. It was hard to design the floor for it because, like, it was like full blocks. This is like one of my first buildings via detail. I think that actually came before this one. Oh, I'm so very tired. What's alright? What I got in my chest? Let me get some gunpowder and paper. Do I have enough sugarcane to... Okay. I'm having like 80 ender pearl stasis chambers to load like so many chunks. Alright, there you go. Now I'm gonna go get some gunpowder. Wait, oh, that's stone, not gunpowder. And in case you're wondering about how I have this end portal, basically in beta 1.9 technically, there was a glitch where you could just get end portal frames, and I got a couple, and I duped them, so now I just have a ton. It's pretty great. Let's see if we have a crafting table nearby. I think paper should be able to be crafted without these. That single piece of obsidian, I'm not even kidding, has been there since beta 1.7. When I first started construction of this thing, like when I was laying down the apex, I placed that obsidian and I just still haven't moved it. Solely because I placed it because I was like, okay, this is where it's going to be. And I just haven't removed it since. I still need to clean up so much of the terrain, it's bad. Okay, we need to speed run our way to the Nether Fortress so that we can repair Elytra in time. Uh-oh. We're locked in. I don't like striders. I'm racist. Okay, there's just that. I always run into it. And it should be over here. Yep, there it is. Ow. I would suck at half hardcore. Oh god. Oh! Uh-oh. I low-key don't have any food. Yeah, I'm really surprised I'm not getting any skulls. Oh, crap. Great. Oh, head. Yes! Let's go. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought that was a skull. I'm so glad I'm not sick anymore. I get to go to the gym again. Let's see. We can just... Oh, crap. Being productive and removing it. What? Where did they go? Oh my god! Yo, I'm getting weaved. Oh, head. Yes. Do they all? They just all died. Okay. Um, are there any more? Oh, that's great. Oh, interesting. Oh, where did you come from? The man of the bow. That worked. All right. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. There's another nether fortress? What? It's like right there. I'll definitely save the chest for 1.20 when I need to go for the hell spawn that is that rib armor trim. It's so unnecessarily difficult. It's like a 1 in 20 and I can never find it. There's no way I can be that unlucky. I swear to God, it takes 100 of the chests. It's like a 1% chance, I'm telling you. It's so unnecessary difficult. Okay, there's my portal. Come on. Oh wait, I need soul sand. I'll be fine without some stairs. We're fighting the wither. I also want to like just like destroy my like have like a. Okay, how much food do I got? Let's see if we can get some food. Actually, I might have some food over there. I love being able to just shoot my bow. Alright, I think we can survive with 3 pork chops. We'll be fine. What's the worst that can happen? We're gonna like die and lose everything, and then like the Minecraft phase is gonna be over again. I always like come back to this world in phases. Usually like when I'm not doing too good and like need something to do, so I'm like, you know what, we'll do this. That's pretty fun. Let's go to our designated wither area, aka here. Is I think that's yeah. It's like over there and more. Yeah, there it is. We'll do it in hard mode. How much steak do I got? Shit, that's enough. We're gonna actually like try and speedrun killing it this time. We're not just gonna. Huh. I don't know how I missed that badly. Man. There we go. Alright, he blows up, and then we shoot. Okay, god damn it. I was trying to get on. Okay, there he comes. Here he is. Can we do this without eating any food? No way. Ah! That was so easy. Hard mode my ass. Oh my god. We need to eat. Please. Please heal. Oh my god. Don't ever try and kill a wither without food. Oh my god. That was so easy. Like we just speed ran that. Oh wait. Which way? Oh, what are you opening, you whore? I hate the F keys. Stop. Go away, you slut. Alright, we get to chill now. It's so laggy. Oh, we went the wrong way. That's great. Alright, now we have 16 nether stars. I don't like withers, if you couldn't tell. And we also have 3 wither skeleton skulls on hand. Now we have 5, so we only need 1 more and we can fight 2 withers at once. We can bust that count up to 18 nether stars. Like that's kind of crazy. Like that's awesome. And we also just have a spare beacon. Like that's like no one ever needs this many nether stars. That's so weird. I don't know. I think it's cool though. It's such a flex too. I feel like it's more so than beacons because like beacons just feel like I think I see a stack of beacons. I'm like, oh, someone created that. But stacking nether stars, it's like, what? Why? It looks so cool though. Like a stack of beacons, it's like, oh yeah, you're probably gonna use that for like a project or something. But stacking nether stars, it's like, all right, man, you're just flexing for no reason, bruh. Yeah, this is cool. This is my world. I'm very proud of it. It's a very beautiful world. This is actually, in the end, I think it's really cool. It's probably the coolest thing I've built ever. So it took so goddamn long. I definitely want to build something like it in the future. Actually, that's my plan for that. All right. I think I'm gonna head to bed.